Hello, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to this new video in which we will explore together how to grow potatoes, step by step, from planting to harvest. Very easy to cultivate and providing a generous harvest, potatoes are one of the most consumed vegetables in the world. They bring joy to both amateur and experienced gardeners. Feel free to experiment with different varieties. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy this type of video. Give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Just like on my French channel, I will be giving away gifts, often packs of organic seed packets, each time we reach a new subscriber milestone. I will then randomly select winners from the comments of the subscribers. So, good luck, and thank you again for your support. Without further ado, let's start the video. Happy watching. 1. Introduction. The potato is primarily cultivated for its underground tubers, which come in various shapes: round, oval, long, flattened, and a wide range of colors, including white, yellow, red, and even purple. Depending on whether its flesh is firm or floury, the potato can be used in various ways: sautéed, in salads, mashed, steamed, in soups, stuffed, as fries, or in fritters. Potatoes accompany many dishes and meats. Potatoes are rich in vitamins, carbohydrates, magnesium, iron, and potassium. They have digestive, nourishing, and energizing properties. Caution. It is strongly recommended not to consume green or overly sprouted tubers as they contain a toxic substance called solanine. In small amounts, it poses no danger, but excessive consumption can lead to headaches, vomiting, and even diarrhea and fever. The flowers, stems, and leaves of the potato plant are also toxic. Two. Soil exposure. The potato thrives in temperate climates. It adapts to all regions but fears frost. It prefers a sunny or partially shaded exposure. It appreciates a deep, fertile, humus-rich, well-drained soil, even sandy or clay-silicious. It is planted in the vegetable garden and gets along well with legumes, beans, peas, kohlrabi, spinach, horseradish, cauliflower, and cabbage. It does not like the company of beets, carrots, squashes, tomatoes, or onions. Crop rotation. It is advisable to wait at least 4 years before planting it in the same place. Three. The different varieties. There are numerous varieties of potatoes, Solanum tuberosum. 2 main criteria distinguish them. Flesh. Firm flesh means that the potatoes will not burst when cooked. Ideal for salads, steaming, or sautéing. Floury flesh means that the potatoes easily break apart during cooking. Preferred for mashed potatoes, soups, fries, and gratins. Earliness. Early or semi-early potatoes have a short cycle of 70 to 80 days after planting. They are often consumed with the skin, which is thin. Peeling is unnecessary, just rubbing is sufficient. They have a shorter shelf life compared to late varieties. Semi-early potatoes are productive varieties harvested 90 to 110 days after planting. Late potatoes have a long shelf life and are harvested 110 to 130 days after planting when they are fully mature, and the leaves have withered. 4. Planting. Depending on the climate, planting takes place from late winter to mid-spring. In simpler terms, as soon as the risk of frost is no longer a concern, you can start planting. Late varieties should be sown as early as possible in the season, while early varieties can be sown over a more extended period. I recommend using pre-sprouted plants as it increases the harvest's earliness by about 15 days, and you ensure that all the tubers planted will sprout. To sprout your potatoes for planting. Choose tubers that are not yet mature, healthy, without disease, spots, etc., and of small size. Opt for a bright location with a temperature between 50 degrees Fahrenheit and 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 and 15 degrees Celsius. In late winter, place your tubers in wooden crates without stacking them. When the sprouts appear, Turn them upwards. Wait until the sprouts are plump and purple before planting them, about 1.5 months later. Before planting, loosen the soil to a depth of at least 8 inches and incorporate well-decomposed compost or manure. You can also lighten your soil if it is too hard by incorporating sand, about 1 wheelbarrow per square meter. Plant the tubers at a depth of 6 inches and 16 inches apart in the row, with the sprouts always positioned upwards. Space your rows 24 to 28 inches apart. It takes approximately 4 plants per square meter for a yield of 5.5 to 11 pounds per square meter, depending on the varieties and cultivation method. Hill the plants when they reach approximately 8 inches. Good to know. Plant, if possible, during the waning moon. If you live in an apartment and have a balcony, know that it is also possible to grow potatoes for pleasure. There are plenty of solutions available commercially, such as growing bags, pots, etc. Of course, you won't have as abundant a harvest as in open ground, but if you enjoy gardening, it can be a great idea. You'll fill your bags with a mixture of potting soil and compost. 5. Maintenance. Hill your plants using a hoe as soon as they reach 9.84 inches or 25 centimeters in height. This operation aims to support the shoots and promote tuber development. Water only in case of intense heat or when the foliage wilts. Do not water the leaves to prevent mildew. Mulch at the base to maintain freshness. Six. Diseases, pests and parasites. The potato is particularly susceptible to late blight and the Colorado potato beetle. Late blight. Symptoms: brown spots appear on the leaves. Treatment: spray Bordeaux mixture preventively on the plants in case of a rainy season. I will soon make a video about late blight, covering preventive methods to avoid it and the method to eradicate it, as contrary to what is often said, it is possible. Colorado potato beetle. Both the adult and the larva devour the leaves. The orange-colored eggs are laid on the underside of the leaves. Treatment: collect and destroy adults, larvae, and eggs. 7. Harvest storage. The potato harvest takes place, for early varieties, 70 to 80 days after planting. For mid-early varieties, 90 to 110 days after planting. For late varieties, 100 to 130 days after planting. You can start harvesting potatoes as soon as the foliage turns yellow, but they will not keep for long. Wait until the foliage is completely dry for potatoes to be stored throughout the winter. At harvest, remove diseased tubers and set aside those that have been damaged for quick consumption. Let the potatoes dry for a few hours on the ground and in the shade before bringing them in. Store potatoes in a dry, cool, and dark place, preferably at a temperature of about 39.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove sprouts several times during the winter and discard damaged tubers. In case of severe winter, cover the potatoes with straw. Eight. Some varieties. Early varieties. Agata, flesh flavor, firm flesh. Ideal for baking. Characteristics: oval-shaped yellow flesh and skin. Qualities: productive. Amandine, flesh flavor, firm flesh. Ideal for salads or steaming. Characteristics: elongated yellow flesh and skin. Qualities: productive. Belle de Fontenay, flesh flavor, firm and very flavorful flesh. Suitable for steaming and salads. Characteristics: yellow flesh and skin. Qualities: low yield. Susceptible to mildew. Mid-early varieties. Bintia, flesh flavor, floury and tender flesh. Ideal for mashed potatoes. Characteristics: yellow flesh and skin. Qualities: traditional variety with good yield. Charlotte, flesh flavor, fairly firm flesh. Ideal for salads, steamed potatoes, or sautéed potatoes. Characteristics: oval-shaped yellow flesh and skin. Qualities: good yield, resistant to mildew, bleu d'Artois, flesh flavor, tasty and firm flesh. Ideal for mashed potatoes. Perfect for unique chips. Characteristics: bluish-purple skin and flesh. Qualities: good yield, Mona Lisa, flesh flavor, melting flesh. Versatile variety in cooking. Characteristics: yellow flesh and skin. Qualities: good yield, fairly resistant to mildew. Mid-late and late varieties. Pompadour, flesh flavor, firm and very flavorful flesh. Ideal for steaming, boiling, salads, and sautéing. Characteristics: light skin and yellow flesh. Qualities: vigorous variety with good yield. Roseville, flesh flavor, firm and delicate flesh. Perfect for salads or steaming. Characteristics: pink skin. Qualities: good productivity. Vitelot, flesh flavor, intense flavor. Floury flesh, ideal for mashed potatoes or unique fries. Characteristics: purple skin and flesh. Qualities: unique and quirky shape. Small yield. This video is now concluded. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel to motivate me to continue translating all the videos from my French channel. Also, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Finally, leave a comment to let me know which cultivation guide you'd like to see in the next video or if you have any questions. I'll respond with pleasure. See you soon for the next video. Goodbye.